creativity and style. This is the last style bender. This is Israel Adesanya.
Took control, run the game. Best believe I'm shining, dog. Counting up my wins, yeah, I love it when they count me out. Off the leash, shut the chain, boy, I been the dog. Best believe I run the game, you know I'm in control of y'all.
What's good? What's up?
Izzy, welcome to Bangtao Muay Thai and MMA. First off, give us your thoughts. You've had to walk around the gym. Give us your thoughts about Bangtao Muay Thai MMA, the scene here, the coaches, and what's going on.
For my boys, Frankie, George, Woody, and Co, they've been asking me to come here for so long, for the last maybe 3-4 years, and I'm just happy to be here. I kept on saying congrats. Probably said it to Wood and Frankie like 50 times by now, just because even sitting at the cafe in the hub, and you can see everything around. It's just so well designed, the vibes, and the amount of people as well. So, and I got to roll upstairs with Keith and Rufi this morning just to, shake off the jet lag. But yeah, it's a vibe out here. Good to be here.
Awesome, great to have you here. So we're going to roll into some Q&A in just a moment, but I thought I'd kind of lay the platform first, sort of a background of how you got into fighting, because if you read online, there's some things about Taekwondo, and then there's other things about watching Ong Bak, which is a Thai film about Muay Thai. How'd you get into fighting?
All true. Well, not everything on the internet is true, but Ong Bak was the first thing I watched that got me into Muay Thai. But before that, when I was in school, my parents put me in Taekwondo. Ooh, feedback. I did Taekwondo as a kid just because I like Jackie Chan movies, Jet Li, Bruce Lee, playing video games, Mortal Kombat, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. So Taekwondo was in school as an after-school program, and I did that. Then I broke my arm in the house, and my mom was like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore, but yeah, she's happy now.
And then you went into, you're watching Ong Bak, you're watching Muay Thai, watching kickboxing. You got into kickboxing, and then you made the transition into MMA. I want to ask, what was the idea of going into MMA? Was it something you always wanted to do? Was that later on that you decided you want to make that transition? And if you could have it again, would you have made that transition earlier?
Good question. I wouldn't change anything. I like the way it all panned out, but initially I wanted to do mixed martial arts because I watched Anderson Silva at UFC 90 versus Patrick Cote and on pay-per-view. And I thought, man, this skinny black guy is whooping everyone's ass, and I just felt like, I could do the same thing. But then I moved to Auckland to train MMA, and then I met Eugene, and then he started saying like, nah, you should do kickboxing, because I was pretty good at striking. But low-key though, I was doing jiu-jitsu on the side. But yeah, for me, it's just the ego. Like, you could be the best boxer in the world, the best kickboxer, the best taekwondo guy, whatever, but there's some nerd in PJs that could probably choke you out without throwing a single punch. So I was like, you can't, if you want to be the baddest man on the planet, how can you say you're the baddest? But then when the fight goes to the ground, you're like, oh, shit, Or they say, oh, no kicks. You have to be able to handle yourself in all realms. So I had to humble myself and realize I have to learn the game. Like, to be a good criminal, it's good to be a good lawyer. So to learn how to stop these wrestlers, these fucking dry humpers, you got to learn how to wrestle too. So yeah, I can wrestle.
That's amazing that you sort of watched Anderson Silva, that kind of got you interested in it, and then you got to fight him. How did that moment feel when you got to fight Anderson Silva?
It's dawned on me now, but sometimes I flash back and I'm like, damn, that was crazy. There was only one moment in the fight where I kind of, I guess, zoned out, and that was in the third round. And you know what Anderson does? He'll stand against the fence and be like, come on. So when he was doing that, and I just stood there for about 5 seconds like, holy shit, you're fighting Anderson Silva. And then I backed up and go, no, this is my time. This is my cage. And I said, you step right here. And then he moved to the center, and then we finished the fight. But yeah, for me, that's like, Kobe playing Michael Jordan. That's my hero growing up. So to fight him was something I never thought would happen. But then when they offered the contract, I couldn't say no.
So speaking of winning your fights and taking on big fights, my last question before we go to the crowd, Who was your most satisfying victory against? Because on the one hand, you got Poatan, you take him out, but on the other hand, Costa throws you your white belt, you slapped him back with it, and the next day you slapped him in the ring. What's your most satisfying? What's your most satisfying win?
There's a few. That Costa one was perfect. It was perfect because I think that's my cleanest work. Like, take 0 damage and do all the damage. I think that's technically my cleanest work. But if you go back to King in the Ring or kickboxing, I have a few as well. But when we're talking about the UFC, I think the Costa fight, to be honest, satisfying though. The Poatan one, that has the trilogy and the fucking story for years when I was just, I can beat this guy, but he always beats me. And I finally got him. That was really satisfying. But I'd say, the Costa one, that one was sweet as.
That was an absolutely fantastic, flawless performance. Okay, so we're going to move on to the crowd now. Has anyone got a microphone now? We're going to put your hand up. We've got a microphone over here.
Right there.
Shoot the question. If anyone asks a question in Thai, I can translate for you. If you do any other language, I'm lost.
Well, you speak Thai?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Damn, that's hectic.
I don't look like it.
Hello.
Hey, brother.
Do you still looking for the belt, or you will do an exciting fight next? Like you against MVP will be, I think, crazy.
That's a good question. Like now, whenever I'm out and about in Auckland, every day I always get the, oh, are you retired? And at first I used to have to explain myself, like, nah, I'm just taking a break, I'm doing other things. But now I just go, yeah, I'm retired. Till they see me on a poster. For me, it's not about belts anymore. Like, I got 2 shiny belts at home. It look good, but I just want to fight. I just want to do things like I did on the way to the belt. I still fought really well when I was defending the belt, but I want to fight more freely. I want to try some risky shit like I used to. Like, remember the Brad Tavares fight? I think the end of the first round, I went for an Imanari roll that failed. I want to try shit like that again.
Thank you.
Awesome. Right, we've got another microphone. Let's go to this side, evenly distributed out. Let's go to this side over here.
How you doing, Izzy?
I am very well.
Hey, man, I'm a big fan of you. A lot of my style of how I fight, I base it off of your moves, the question mark kicks, go for the backhand afterwards. And also, in a way that I could relate to you is I had an opponent in the amateurs. I lost to him twice. The first one, a decision, it was questionable. And they announced me the winner, put a belt in my waist, and then the judge was like, never mind, wrong decision, give it to the other guy.
So Steve Harvey.
Bro, it was crazy. Everybody went crazy, the nuts was cheering, and then it was just nuts. But the point is, I faced him again because it was a questionable decision, and I injured my shoulder in the fight. Yeah, so it's like, he's 2-0 against me, but we kind of both know that, there's some business. You had that same fire for Poatan, and you knocked him out, so it inspired me a lot. Maybe I get his ass one day, but...
Bro, use that as fuel.
Yeah.
That's fuel. For me, it was never really about him. It was always about me.
Yeah.
I knew, technically, I'm the only one to hurt this man multiple times. Yeah. I knew I could always touch him, and I'm so proud of what he's doing now. 2-time light heavyweight champ now. He's back on top, about to fight Jones at the White House.
Yeah.
I hope he never loses. I hope he retires undefeated, because I always knew. But it's not about other people. It was about me. Because after he beat me at Madison Square Garden, people were like, oh, he'll never want to fight him again. But I was like, yo, Dana, run that shit back. I need that. And I always knew I could do it. So for this guy, it's not about him. It's about you. If you know you're better than him, fuck him. Prove it to yourself. Find a way and fight him again and prove it to yourself and prove that you're a better master at this game than him. That's all it is.
Yeah. Funny enough, he's training at this gym and he's in Thailand right now. So.
Oh, no way. Well. Is he in the crowd?
No, I don't think he's here, but he's training here. So.
Oh, bet. Easy.
We're kind of friendly, but you never know. Maybe
it's always there. I'm sure Frankie and Woody can set it up.
Yeah.
We had the Bangtao Brawl last week. You should have arranged that. We had
what do you guys call it? Bangtao?
The Bangtao Brawl.
So yeah, I've heard about these.
12 fights, man. You should have let them know and then set that up, right?
Next one.
Okay, while we run the microphone, I kind of want to go off of the fueling for a fight. How much do you enjoy trash talk? Because, some people use it for fuel when there isn't there. For you, it sounds more like there's a story rather than the trash talk. How's that fuel? How do you enjoy the trash work? Is it something, the trash talk, is something you do? Do you enjoy?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. You hit and miss. But on the way up, I've watched this game. You have to realize this. I'm a fan of this game. I'm just a UFC fan. I'm just like you guys. I'm just a UFC fan. But I ended up being the best in the world. So watching this game, I realized what I had to do to get to where I needed to be. And like now, by the next time I fight, it would be about a year since I fought. A lot can happen in a year. I've changed. The game's changed. So you can't approach the game the way you were on the way to the top or while you were at the top. You have to approach it differently now. Not just with like trash talk. Like me now, I've cooled down a little bit. I've kind of just, how do I even put this? Even with, I did this festival called Afro Soul, right? And for me, that was a way to remind not just myself, but the world that I'm more than fighting. It's not just fighting I can do other things. And I won't say bigger than fighting, but I'm more than fighting. I'm more than just a fighter. So yeah, trash talk back then when I used it, it was useful. Like with Costa, with Brunson, Vittori, I could, pick and choose. But moving forward, I have to play the game according to my opponent. So I'll pick and choose, yeah. But I'd say on the way up, if you got it, use it. Because a lot of people are weak-minded, and you can smell it on them, on their body language, on their energy. And if you're able to just get under someone's skin, fucking dig in.
There you go. There's a trash talk. Who's got the microphone now? You got the one over here? Let's run it.
Hi. Hi, Izzy.
Hey, bro.
I'm from India. Love from India. Lots of love.
I appreciate it.
My question is, one of the matchups that we got robbed of as a fan, purely when it comes to striking, was you versus Darren Till. It would have you versus Darren Till,
Darrington.
the gorilla.
Oh, Darren Till.
Darren Till,
robbed. Oh, I was like, I never fought him. No, I robbed off that. Yeah, I
Robbed
tried to
of that
fight
match.
him.
Yeah. So would you be open to a match with him? Maybe not in the UFC, probably somewhere down the line in boxing.
Nah, see, for me, my career is going to end in the UFC, I believe. But never say never. I thought about this 2 months ago, and I always said, like, nah, you'd never catch me. Like I said before, this is the ultimate form of fighting, which is mixed martial arts. You are using all your limbs, all your weapons. How can I now, as one of the guys in this game who's been up there, say, oh, I'm just going to go box, I always said no, because I felt like my legacy is already set in stone. But everyone has a number. And I think I got to my number 2 months ago. I was like, you know what? It's really high. But I don't think anyone, maybe Turkey can afford it, but nah, I think Darren is just doing his thing now outside the UFC, so I'm just gonna finish my career at the top in the UFC.
Thank you.
Good fighter though. I like Darren as a striker. I think he's a good Muay Thai specialist, and we never really got to see much of it because he never really reached the heights he should have.
All right, go to you.
Izzy, a big fan. I'm Gary from Fightful MMA, Shanghai. Talking about your kickboxing career, can you just go back in the past and tell us how was it in China?
China, my homeland. Fuck, it was good over there, man. I will go back. I was there pre-COVID, by the way, pre-COVID, before the pangolins.
Yeah, just explain about your experience.
The experience in China was wild. So I was working a regular 9 to 5 and still fighting, kickboxing, but I needed to make a move. I needed to make things happen for myself. So I made a plan to quit my job. I failed that plan 3 times, but on the 4th try, I got it right. So on September 4th, 2013, I quit my job. The next day, I was on a plane to China. I stayed in China for about 10 and a half months, and I had almost 25 fights, maybe 24. One of those months, I fought every weekend, and I had 2 knockouts because I try and fight smart. Hit, don't get injured, you can fight again. So it was like a job, but a fun job. So my time in China was what got me a lot of experience with this. Being a big black man in China, in different parts of China, you get stared at. So that was, for me, I take everything as lessons. That was experience of being a superstar. My first stadium show was in China. An average crowd in China, an average crowd on any fight night would be like 8,000. Because, you know, they got 1 billion people. They got a lot of people. So, yeah, China was good for me for fighting XP, fighting all these Ukrainians, Russians, Chinese, and eventually when they couldn't, because I was brought over there as a journeyman for them to beat on. And then when they couldn't beat me, they're like, kind of like, you know, I guess basketball players trade teams. They're like, oh, come join our side. And funny enough, that video, the one where, you know, my heart black or whatever it was, I can't remember now. When I did that, it was a script I had to read, kind of like WWE. And I just read it because I was like, okay, they pay me to do this, but looking back at it now, it's kind of funny because it's like, damn, they did me dirty with that one.
So one more question. So I'm just starting as an influencer, so I go around and break UFC cards with fighters.
Ooh.
I've done with Eugene,
Okay.
with Carlos.
Yeah.
Can we have an opportunity to break
How long
a
will it
tactic?
take? How long will it take?
60 seconds.
Can we try it? Okay,
Later, we can do
We'll
afterwards,
We'll do
afterwards.
afterwards. Okay, bet. Okay,
Okay, cool.
afterwards. No worries. I got you.
Okay, 谢谢.
谢谢.
Okay, let's go to the next question over here.
Dana.
Hi, my name is Chanel Dyer. I just got signed by the UFC.
Woo!
Yeah.
I got my UFC debut in March. What advice would you give me making my debut? And what anime pose should I do when I knock her out?
Ooh, okay. Advice I'd give you. Fuck, you just gave me chills, bro. Okay, advice I would give you in March. Where you fighting?
London.
London.
I'm
So
from
back
London.
home.
Yeah,
Back
in the
home.
ends.
Okay, bet. From them ends. Honestly, do you. Just have fun. You know what you can do. Fuck everybody else. Just go in there and express yourself how you want to. You might be in London, in your hometown, and even in future in enemy territory. Who gives a fuck? You just go in that cage. It's you and your opponent. That's it. You and your opponent, and you're gonna go in there and express yourself authentically. Don't let it's easier said than done, but it's through practice. Don't let the lights and also the UFC machine, when you get there, because you've done contender series, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch your fight after this, because my coach was telling me, he said, and even Frank was telling me how he knocked out this girl in the PFL, and then you had like an injury or something, you couldn't go to the final. So I want to watch your work. But I'd say, just go in there and have fun. Just express yourself. All the lights, the UFC machine, the week or fight week, they're gonna get you doing all these interviews, all this media stuff, and it might seem daunting. It might seem like, oh fuck, it's a lot. Wait till you're champion. It goes even to another level. And a lot of people can't stay champion because, not because they're no good fighters, but because of the media machine. You have to do this interview and this and this and that and that. So don't let that get to you. Just take it as it is. Keep your energy balanced. And just go in there and have fun. You do what you do. You know who you are. And don't let anyone else tell you who you are. And for anime pose, ooh, I don't know. Fuck anime. Just do you. You just be creative in the moment. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. That's the best thing. Because people, you can't call me fake. You could call me cringy, lame, whatever, but I can never be fake. I always express myself how I wanted to. And those who love you will gravitate towards you. That's how I became who I am, because I don't give a fuck. I'm me. So who gives a fuck? You do you. And those who love you will gravitate towards you. I promise.
Oh, thank you so much. I just want to say you're an inspiration. I hated MMA 8 years ago when I watched you fight, when I started MMA, and then 7 years later, now I'm in the UFC. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Chanel.
Round of applause for the new UFC athlete there. That's amazing. Fantastic. Let's run another question from this side here. We got one over here.
Check. Hi, Izzy.
It's kind of hot.
Oga?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, if you have one in mind, what's your definition of a hero, and who was your hero figure growing up?
Ooh, definition of a hero.
Yeah.
A hero, fuck. That's a good question. A hero is someone that's selfless and puts others before them. That's not necessarily me, because I'm a selfish person when it comes to this. You have to be in this game. I have to be focused on myself and in life, because if you don't look after you, you can't look after anyone else. Growing up, when I was watching this, Anderson Silva was my GOAT, still is the GOAT in my eyes sometimes. I think he hates me, but that's another story. But for me, like right now, my dad's my hero. My mom is my hero, because when I look back now as an adult, I can see what they did for us as kids by immigrating to New Zealand to get us better tertiary education, a better life, things like that. You know, anyone that puts others before them selflessly is a hero. Not many in this world, man, but if you look closer, you'll find one in your life who always puts you before them. And what was the other question?
Oh, it was like, who was your hero figure growing
Anderson
up?
Silva, but right now my parents. And I'm glad that I got to know them as people and not just like authority figures anymore, because I humanized them like maybe 6 years ago, so I can know my dad and mom. We talk about anything now. I don't have to hide from them. They can't beat me up now, so jokes.
Cheers. Thank you.
All good.
Awesome, fantastic. Let's get another question from this side over here. I love the
going.
questions about, you know, balance in life. I think if you want to be amazing at anything, balance is going to be...
Balance is key, man. Balance is key. Yes.
Hello, hi. I was just wondering, how has your relationship to violence changed since working with Walk Without Fear? Do you feel it's any different? And do you think that your purpose outside fighting is maybe shifting a bit towards what you're doing outside?
No, good question. The Walk Without Fear campaign is a trust that our gym put together because one of our brothers, Falvake, he got killed in senseless street violence. He was just home on a night after town and then got blind shot, coward punch from the back. So yeah, we started this charity because unfortunately it's part of Kiwi culture, New Zealand culture. It's something that they even call a king hit, and I've shat on that name because there's nothing high and mighty about that. You're a coward, you're a bitch if you go around trying to blind shot someone, you know, or sucker punch someone. My relationship with violence hasn't changed, to be honest. It's always been the same. You will never find someone who tell you I sucker punch them. I'm very direct. I've been sucker punched before. I have 2 plates and 4 screws in my jaw because of it. December 2012, me versus 4 dudes. You should see the other guys. They got fucked up. But on the way away, I turned my back and I got blind shotted. So my relationship with violence hasn't changed, but the message is still the same now. We're trying to change that culture and change the laws in New Zealand because people get away with it now. Like the guy who killed my friend, he's free. He can see his family. My friend, her daughter can't see her dad anymore. So yeah, we just want to make change so that way no families have to suffer. You guys saw the fucking video with me in the streets when that guy tried to fight me? Who saw that?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was dumb. So again, in that moment, I was thinking to myself, if I kick this guy or if I drop him, it's a hill. He's gonna hit his head, bleed, probably get in a coma and die. They would not give me the same treatment they give the guy that killed my friend. I know that for a fact. They would throw me under the jail. So I thought to myself, don't put this guy's family through what we went through. And I guess that's the empath in me. But yeah, I'm still a violent man though. I'm still a very violent man with violent tendencies, but I'm a softie. You all know, I'm a fucking softie.
Fantastic. Keeping the violence in the ring, obviously the best way to do it. Let's take one more question from this side here. You pick it, bro.
Hit me.
You pick whoever looks like their face has the most interesting question.
How long do we have left? We still got time.
We still got some time.
Yeah, we got some time.
Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling.
Keep going. No rush.
Hello,
What's up, kid?
my name's Lucas. I'm 15, and I just started doing jiu-jitsu and MMA. And if you have any pro tips for me, I would like to know.
Pro tips. Where do you live?
Here,
You live here. You're in a great spot. I was gonna say, trust your coaches. I trust Frankie, Woody, Brad. You're in a great spot. While you're here, do you live in Phuket?
yeah,
You have good training partners. Get people who have your best interest at heart, who want to see you grow. Because you're 15, right? Do you want to be a fighter? Have you had a fight?
I've never had a fight before.
Good. Okay, you're gonna learn. On your way up, there's gonna be people who, especially when they know how good you are, they don't want to see you shine. So find the teammates that you want to help grow and they want to help you grow, and then lift each other up. Because I'd say trust your coaches, but I think you're in a great spot. And also, don't listen to my advice. It's your story. Those are good advices, but fuck that. It's your story. You're gonna write your story how you want to write it, and have fun along the way. That's the best thing. I love this life, bro. I'm in fucking Thailand. What day is it? I don't even know what day it is. It's hot out here. Like, back when I was doing that job, I would sit at my desk and just daydream of these moments. I would look outside the window and just look outside and be like, fuck, I want to be out there one day. you're in a great position. You live in fucking Phuket. You're a Bangtao Muay Thai. You are blessed. So keep staying blessed.
Thank you.
Awesome. And let's just do a little quick plug here. If you do want to have a fight, have a chat with your coaches. Bangtao Brawl.
Yeah.
A little plug there. Bangtao Brawl number 8. It's amateur level. They've got kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, all amateur level. They'll match you up in a safe environment. And it's a lot of fun to talk to the coaches about that. And as
Also, I'll
Izzy said,
say,
listen to them.
don't be scared. Everyone's scared. You just have to do it scared anyway. And the more you do it scared, the stronger you'll get. Not just here, but in your spirit. You'll get stronger. So don't be scared. Listen to him, have a fight, a Bangtao Brawl, and see what you're made of.
Awesome. Let's run the mic to another. Yep.
Izzy, what a life we're living, huh?
Amen.
It's good. I don't really have a question. I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you for inspiring all of us. And I had to give my question to this lady, so I just have one question. How do you look back at your time at Glory compared to the UFC?
Man, that was a crooked organization. Just for me. Everyone has different relationships with different people, and I understand that. But for me, my experience, it was okay, then it turned to shit. So, same with the Chinese. It was good, and then it turned to shit. And I was like, well, fuck, I gotta do something. I was going broke. I needed fights. With Glory, though, I just felt they screwed me out of a world title because they wanted, the Dutch guy to win. So, yeah, that just made me really salty. And you know me, I'm a petty guy. So I hold grudges. And I don't like the Glory hole. Fuck them.
Thanks, sir.
Nah, jokes. I'm okay. Be nice, Israel. Okay, yeah. It's a great organization for kickboxing. I think they did a lot for kickboxers coming up. They did a lot for kickboxers. Even myself, put me on the map, and I'm grateful. But you should check out King in the Ring. King in the Ring is a great organization from New Zealand, and they've been doing that for years. And they've created a lot of champions like myself, Olberg, Blood Diamond, Dan Hooker, Brad Riddell. So yeah, keep an eye out on them as well.
Have you heard about Rico Verhoeven quitting the title?
Of course, I met Rico in Vegas for the first time. Funny enough, I sparred him. Rest in peace, Rumble Johnson. Rumble Johnson invited me over to Miami, Black Zillions back then, to help him train for John Jones. And scary, fucking scary sparring. Good sparring, but fucking scary. And then I had the opportunity to spar Rico there. He might not remember, but he was a heavyweight, I was a middleweight. I could touch him, but I wasn't really doing anything. He was just moving me around. And then I met him in Vegas recently, maybe like 4 months ago. And we just hung out, partied a little bit. It was a good time. And I like him. Yeah, he's cool.
How do you think he would do in the UFC?
Yes, I think so. I feel he will. Now he's retired after years as a Glory champion. I'm sure we'll see him in the octagon at some point.
What do you think? Will he win a lot of fights there?
Say it again?
Do you think he will win a lot of fights
Of course.
there?
No, I think he's a good, he's been training MMA for a while. Just because some people kickbox and specialize in kickboxing doesn't mean they're not doing other disciplines as well. I think he's been very well versed in mixed martial arts. So we'll find out. Paper can't fight paper, so we'll have to get him in the octagon to find out.
Awesome, good questions. All right, if you're looking for me for the microphone, I don't have the microphones. You've got two people running around. You've got to kind of look for them. All right, who got a microphone? There you go. Yes, man.
My man.
Hello, Izzy. Nice to meet you. My name is Dylan. And I wanted to ask, how did you deal with stress in your early career as an amateur fighter before stepping in the ring?
Stress. As an amateur, fuck. I didn't really have much stress apart from work. That was it. I hated the 9 to 5, bro. Look, I'll say this. If you have a hero, it's someone who, like my teammate, Stephen Warby. Stephen Warby is a guy who had a lot of great potential as a light heavyweight or a heavyweight. But he had kids, and he had to put food on his table for his kids. So he worked as a laborer to do that. And his career took a hit. He couldn't train as much. That's a hero, because he put his kids first. Even me, as a Nigerian, I know people back home who would kill to have my old job because it made a lot of money that you could send back home and whatnot. I was just, I guess, cursed with the ability to dream big. So I always felt like the 9 to 5 wasn't for me. So when I was an amateur, I was just loving the gym. I was loving training. I was loving living, but I hated work. So that was the only stress in my life. If you have stress as an amateur, whatever it is it a girl?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, cut that bitch.
No.
Nah, if not, if you're amateur, how old are you?
23.
Good, fuck, who cares? You just enjoy yourself. Don't let little things in life stress you because of where you want to go. You're an amateur, are you trying to be a pro?
Yeah.
Yeah, then just enjoy being an amateur. If you can't enjoy being an amateur and you're stressed now, it's gonna get a lot worse when you're a pro. So whatever's stressing you in life, I don't know, everyone has different responsibilities. Whatever it is, find a way to like reduce that stress so it can help you in your game.
Thank you very much.
Some good advice there. Let's get the microphone going. Someone, I don't know, again, at the people running the microphones, not at me. There you go, yes sir.
Thank you. Hello, AC. Great inspiration.
Thank you.
Fan. I was wondering, is there any fighter you would like to face before you end your career? For example, Strickland. I know you can beat him. I really want to see you beat him.
Nah, I appreciate that. I'll tell you something. You, in life, again, things have changed. I said it's been how long since that fight? I know I said I'd like to get that rematch, but you have to learn how to let things go. You have to learn how to be like, okay, cool. That was his moment. It's come and gone. Move on to the next one. For example, Anderson Silva, Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa, Brunson, fucking who else? So many names. Yeah, and Romero, like they probably want to get their get back, but it's like, you have to be able to let things go. And for me, at the time, I just was so on top. Like, I just felt like, I'm gonna whoop this guy. And when I do, that's it. But when I didn't, I was like, I'm gonna get my rematch. I just felt entitled to it. But my advice is, if you're gonna do something, do it right the first time. As for anyone I'd like to fight, I'm normally used to calling people out, but the game is so right now. I only watch pay-per-views, I watch some fight nights. It's not really, middleweight's not what it used to be. Anyone I'd like to fight right now, I don't know. For once, I'll give a generic answer, whoever they put in front of me. Okay. Yeah, whoever they put in front of me, but we'll see. Right now, I'm just helping my teammates, I'm training, I'm doing other things, but yeah, we'll see.
Thank you.
Awesome, let's have one more over here.
Hello. Hello, sir, how are you?
Very well.
Okay, my name is Kid from Thailand. I just started BJJ for 2 years. I have some question for you today.
Cool.
Looking back at your early days, what mistake do you wish you had known about sooner?
Say it again?
Looking back on your early days, what mistake do you think you wish you know about sooner?
What? Repeat that?
What mistake you wish
mistakes?
you know sooner?
In my early days. That's a good question. That is a good question. What mistake? I like to live with no regrets, but I wish I had looked after my body better when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I was fucking flexible. I could bounce back. So massage, physio, chiro, like for me, it just seemed too much. I was just always like limber. But I felt like if I had done that early, who knows? Maybe I could have fought till I'm 42. I'm 36 now. Probably have 3 more years in this game, 4 if I'm lucky. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, I just wish I looked after my body because I think it just, and your brain, yeah. So definitely, yeah. Right now, do you fight? You do jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah, for almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, yeah. I'd say just, especially with jiu-jitsu, look after your body. Get the massages, no happy ending. Get the massages, get the chiro, get the physio, all that. Only happy beginnings, not jokes. Bad joke. Okay, carry on, sorry.
Awesome, thank you very much. So,
thank you, sir.
Before we wrap this up, I just want to have one more question. So a lot of what we've been talking about today is kind of mindset. Whenever you see any champion, whether it's yourself, guys like Conor McGregor, anyone coming up, there's this immense charisma and confidence that I'm going to do this. How would you recommend someone to be able to tell the difference between real confidence, like you're going to get it done, and just delusion, like, bro, what are you smoking? And how to sort of decipher between the two?
It's all the same. The difference is the work. That's the action, the actions you take. So what Muhammad Ali said, I'm the greatest. I said it before I knew I was. I felt that because I had no accolades, no credentials. I was just like, I'm the best in the world at this. I just felt it. But difference was the work that I put in and the actions I had to take. I moved from the little town I was in to Auckland to go train at City Kickboxing. I got a job that was, well, it was flexible at first, and then I got a different job that was locked in. But I still made it work. I worked around the job. It's the actions. So the same delulu you have to have, a lot of people have that, but they don't do the actions. And you see them, they don't even get here. They just say, ah, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's the action. Take action in your life, no matter what. Grab the fucking controller and play the game of life as player one. Just take action. That's all it is.
That's amazing. Yeah, you hear Bangtao Muay Thai MMA. You can take action right here. Before we move into the photo opportunity, let's give a round of applause here for Israel Adesanya, one of the greatest fights of all time. And that's how it rolls, man. No, really, it's been an absolute...
Thank you all. Hey, this is fucking awesome. I'm so happy to be here. I pulled up this morning, went upstairs, and I, again, trained with Keith and Hoofy. And fuck, I couldn't stop smiling, man. We're all just in it, just doing some wall work, but I was just excited to be around you guys. So thank you all, each and every one of you for being here. It means a lot. I needed some fresh energy. I needed a reset. So on my way here, I was like, I'm really excited for this. This is what I need. So thank you for giving me that. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, everyone. Man, it's been such an honor because when you got the belt, you're one of my favorite champions. A lot of people get the belt and they try to protect it. You just called out the gangsters, the boogeymen of the division, and that is amazing. So we're going to get a photo opportunity.